What's up, YouTube? I'm Steven Fan Asian Man.
And I'm Cherish Phan.
And this is our channel, Our Fantastic Life.
Pew pew pew! Pew pew! Pew pew!
What are you doing?
We'll put fireworks in the post edit.
So tell them where we're at right now, babe.
We are in my hometown of Houston, Texas, aka Clutch City, aka Space City, 'cause of NASA. Get it?
I think they get it.
Yeah.
Anyways, so just to give you all a little bit of an overview. So I moved to Houston back in 2014. This is where I met her. And so we lived here for about 4 years.
Aww. Everybody, aww.
So anyways, yeah, we lived here for about 4 years between 2014 to about 2015 to 2019. And then sadly, she lost her job. But luckily for us, we got to move back to Dallas, where I'm from. So how are you liking living in Dallas?
Great.
I think she liked it. When I was living here in Houston, I was absolutely miserable. I hated every single second that I was here.
I'm thankful for the job that I have, but that's about it.
What's wrong with Dallas?
Literally everything, because it's not Houston.
So today we're going to talk about Dallas versus Houston. Wait, why'd you do that head movement thingy? That Houston. What are you doing?
I don't know.
I have no idea why we even have to talk about Dallas versus Houston, because we clearly know what the better city is.
We do.
Yeah, Dallas.
Heuston.
No, Dallas.
Houston.
Dallas.
Houston.
Dallas.
Houston.
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 Dang it! Oh!
You heard it here first, guys.
It works on TV! So now we're going to get into the meat of everything, okay? First, we're going to talk about things we like about Houston, Texas. Or things that she likes, because there's not much I like. So go for it, babe.
Okay. The first thing I love about Houston is the food.
Yeah.
The food. Obviously, the food. The food is amazing. Like, the crawfish boils are my god. Like, Chinatown. Oh my god.
Yeah,
so big.
I would definitely say though, I do.
Yeah.
The one thing I like about Houston is definitely the food, but also too, like the Chinatown is like the biggest Chinatown like we've ever seen. Like I think it's cool, especially as a Vietnamese guy, to like you're driving down the street and you see like the signs are in Vietnamese, and I was like, man, that's pretty cool.
Wait, so you can read Vietnamese?
No.
Oh.
Well, I recognize that the signs are Vietnamese. I can't read it, but I know that it's Vietnamese.
But you know.
You know.
Unagi.
Well, I know. Wait, from Friends?
It's in the unagi. Yes. So the food is so bomb.
Yeah, I definitely would say that.
Like there's like a lot of different cuisines from everywhere. Whatever you want, it's there.
I would say though too, since we moved back to Dallas, we couldn't find restaurants that have the same comparables to like the restaurants that we would normally eat at here as well. So I'll give Houston that. Like the food scene is really good here.
So the second thing that I love about Houston is the medical district. It is so big. Like, I'm so proud of the fact that we have, like, MD Anderson, which is, like, the best cancer research in the hospital in the country. People come from all over the country, all over the world, to come to Houston just to go to the hospitals because we have, like, top-rated healthcare here.
Yeah. Even Tua Tagovailoa even had his surgery here as well. Emma?
Go Tua.
Well, I went to A&M, so I don't like him.
Oh. Don't go Tua. Don't go.
But the medical district here is pretty big and it's pretty extensive and like top-rated healthcare. Definitely, I would say is one of the best qualities of Houston. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I work in the healthcare field too, so like literally like there's so many jobs available if you're trying to get into the healthcare field.
The third thing I love about Houston is the diversity here. Like it is a cultural melting pot. So many cultures, so many like
different ethnicities.
Different
You know, like even Houston's actually the most diverse city, even more diverse than New York City.
Is it? I didn't even know that.
Yeah. Go on Google. It'll tell you. Well, I mean, I don't know if you can trust everything on the internet.
Google.
But yeah, Google, yeah. There's articles that said that Houston is the most diverse city in America, even more diverse than New York City. You know, the one thing, though, I would say, though, about that diversity is one, yeah, like you said, about the food. But the second is what I love is because of how diverse it is you have a lot of people that have immigrated here from from the 70s or the 80s, and like they have like the thickest Texas accents like you'll ever hear in your entire life. I'll never forget, I was eating at a restaurant one day, and you can't help but eavesdrop, especially when the place is quiet and people are talking. And so I turned around, it was an Indian guy. He had the thickest Texas accent I'd ever heard in my entire life. I mean, can you imagine my dad if he grew up here in like the 70s or the 80s? Like this is when I get in trouble, this is normally what I hear, okay? Oh my God, you are the Asian, not a Bijan. Okay, you are Asian, not Bijan. You bring dishonor to whole family. Go sit on the pineapples now. So, as a punishment, I would have to kneel on my knees, but on pineapples. But imagine if my dad grew up here since like the 70s or the 80s. It would sound something like this. What in tarnation? You're an Asian, not a Bijan. You're bringing dishonor to this entire family. Get in the truck.
Get out.
Can you imagine hearing my dad get in the truck? Oh, you know you're in trouble when you hear that from your parents. So these are the things that I personally like about Dallas, okay? So the number one thing that I like about Dallas is that it is spread out. So I'm going to say things because the things that I like about Dallas are the things that I hate about Houston. So the thing with Houston is that it's nothing but buildings upon buildings upon buildings upon buildings, okay? You could drive for 30 miles and it is nothing but buildings, okay? So the thing that I like about Dallas is that it is spread out. You have a city, grass, city, grass. For example, you have Mesquite, grass, Dallas, grass, Oak Cliff, grass, Grand Prairie, grass, Arlington, grass, Fort Worth, grass, all the way to California. So yes, I like the fact that Dallas is spread out, okay? That means you get to spread out the people, you get to spread out, traffic. And so that's what I hate about Houston, but I love about Dallas.
That's so true, but
I
don't like how it's so spread out.
What is wrong with grass? You need to breathe. It provides oxygen.
There's a lot of trees in Houston.
I think grass provides oxygen, or is it just trees?
Is grass the same as trees?
Well, no, but maybe does grass
release oxygen?
Well, does grass do the whole
thing?
Carbon dioxide out oxygen?
I don't know.
Oh God, I feel stupid.
If you want to leave some comments at the bottom and
if grass provides oxygen as well, comment down below.
Just let us know, cause
I'm stupid.
We don't know. Does it?
We'll let America decide if grass provides oxygen.
Yeah. I don't like how it's so spread out.
What's wrong with being spread out?
It feels like you're going to a different state. Because Texas is so big that you can drive 2 hours each way and still be in the same state.
You can drive 8 hours each way.
You can drive 8 hours. Literally, from one side of Texas to the other side of Texas, 12 hours. I've done it. 12 hours. Oh, you have? Not fun. Yeah. Not fun.
With who?
My family.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't like an ex-boyfriend or something.
And I just don't like how it's so spread out. It feels like you're leaving the state, and it feels like the drive is longer.
I personally like that.
All you see is nothing.
You know what? It's like Six Flags. You know what I mean? Like you can go to one side of Six Flags, and it feels like you're in a whole other country because you have the western side, you got the western side, and then I already said that. Then you got the French side and the Spaniard side, and then you got America's side, but it's all still one big Six Flags. It's like that in Dallas. You can go one side, the other, and it's all different, but it's all D-Town. This is also 1A, but Dallas has way better zoning laws than Houston does. That's why you have a city, grass. The zoning laws in Dallas are so much better in Houston. In Houston, because Houston has no zoning laws whatsoever. This is why you have something like this. See, in Dallas, you wouldn't get anything like that with a house with some industrial thing in your backyard. So yeah, that is what I love most about Dallas. So the second thing I like about Dallas, it kind of ties into the first thing, is that traffic in Dallas is so much better than in Houston. I know a lot of people that are from Dallas probably won't believe that, but trust me, living in both cities, Dallas traffic is so much better than Houston traffic.
Okay, I'll give you that one. Even though traffic in Dallas can still be pretty bad, I can tell because you're cussing up a storm.
I do cuss up a storm in traffic.
But it is slightly
a lot better.
Slightly
a lot better. Let me give you an example. Like one of the first times I ever took her to Dallas, it was 5 p.m. on a Friday. 5 p.m. on a Friday, peak rush hour. And literally, I'm having to ask, oh, where is everybody? You hate when I
Never. You should never ask yourself that.
She absolutely hates when I do that. When it's 5 o'clock on a Friday and there's no traffic. I'm like, hey, where is everybody? I probably should be enjoying that there's no traffic.
Like, stop asking. You're going to jinx yourself.
I'm telling you now. In Houston, it is literally butt to nut traffic. This is ridiculous, you know? We waste so much of our lives
especially
on
290, 1960. Come on,
I-10,
H-towners, you know.
In Houston,
you know what it is.
If you're on 59, you're on I-10, 620, I believe, or 680 or 620.
610?
610! 610,
We've been
290,
away for a while.
45. It is literally butt to nut traffic. It is ridiculous. And honestly, I don't even think anybody works in Houston, if I'm being honest. Because I know in Dallas, between 10 to noon and 2 to 4, the roads are just wide open, you know? But here in Houston, you think it's 10 a.m. Oh, everybody must be at work. No, it is still traffic. Nobody works in Houston.
We work hard, we play hard.
Yeah, nobody works.
Let's be real.
No. You don't work, but you play hard in Houston. And then the third thing I like about Dallas is that it is way more of an outdoorsy city than Houston. My biggest gripe and why I was so miserable in Houston was because there was nothing to do here, okay? Literally, and I've even asked other people that aren't from here, that moved here, you feel like a robot. This is a city where you go to work, you go home, that is it, okay? At least in Dallas, there's a lot more outdoorsy things to do. There's like this little pathway that you can go to in Cedar Hill. I forgot what it's called. But I'll link it up somewhere probably. But also, too, we also have things like Six Flags, Hurricane Harbor. Okay, you know, there is no amusement parks in Houston.
Well, we did have one.
But it ain't here anymore, is it? Huh? It ain't here anymore.
It was eventually closed down. But we did have one at one point.
But you don't have it anymore. Anyways.
I think it's like a parking lot now, maybe.
It's probably a parking lot. Probably. But yeah, and also too, there are, okay, aside from Galveston, I am not going to include Galveston being part of Houston. There are no lakes in Houston. Well, maybe Lake Conroe and I think Lake Houston. But that's still like
I don't know.
4 drive. I think there's a Lake Houston here.
I'm not very fond of lakes. Like flesh-eating bacteria.
Oh my god. There's only like a few reports of flesh-eating bacteria.
Yeah, and you could be one of the few.
It's highly unlikely. But anyway.
Tell that to the person whose arm was cut off by flesh-eating bacteria.
What are you doing?
No, their arm was cut off.
Is this what? Shut up. This is the universal sign for flesh-eating bacteria?
Flesh-eating. This is the amoeba. Okay. What is this? A flagella?
Can you? Okay, you're freaking me out. But yes, there's in Houston. There's no lakes. Okay, there's no amusement parks. There's nothing to do. Okay, so
there's a lot of things to do, like the museum district, the theater district.
We have that.
Yeah, but ours is better.
Dallas has the largest art museum district in the country.
Well, ours is better.
Honestly, like what I would tell people, like anything that you can do in Houston, you could probably do in Dallas. Like you go into some bars. I don't know why I'm from Boston now. You can. There's bars. There's bars in Dallas as well. There's restaurants in Dallas as well. Okay. Aside from that, there's just nothing to do in Houston.
There's many things to do in Houston.
Like what?
Like being a cultured person.
Because of the diversity?
Because of the diversity.
Well, we have diversity in Dallas, too.
Not as much as Houston.
But it's still diversity. bonus round. The other thing that I like about Dallas is that we have the 5-time Super Bowl champions, America's team, the Dallas Cowboys. How about them Cowboys?
But you haven't won since 1996.
Well, at least the Cowboys have won a Super Bowl, unlike the Texans. Ooh.
But the Astros won the World Series.
By cheating.
So, in conclusion, if, you found this video to be informative...
Or entertaining.
Or you just like our faces, just let us know in the comments.
Or,
if you're from Dallas...
And you hate Houston?
You hate Houston. If you're from Houston, you hate Dallas, let us know. If you're from another state and hate Texas in general, we'll tell you why you're wrong.
Exactly. If you haven't already, please click the subscribe button. It's going to really help out our channel a lot.
Somewhere. Down there. I don't know.
Still new to all of this.
Yeah.
But yes, click subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Have a fantastic day.
Have a fantastic day.